This is Comfort Consultant 847 out here in Chicago at the Kenneth Folk, that was his name, the Folk job. So here they've got a 175 BTU unit. We're thinking about sizing them down a bit. They were very adamant they wanted that, so I did check all the radiators. They got enough to be able to supply that heat. So a couple things that were discussed by the tech that was here is having these zone valves replaced with ball valves, because obviously that can cause some serious issues. They had also talked about their isolating the system. Now, I hadn't quite discussed that with the customer, but I did put enough in there to make that possible. These valves here, we're obviously not going to replace with ball valves because we don't need people bumping themselves and blowing hot water all over the place. The quote does cover both of these circulator pumps being replaced, as well as 2 T4s being installed in the place of the 2 thermostats. So that will be included for sure. Obviously, we're going to be doing a tank. I would recommend either the 90 or the compressed X30 for this application for the size. So it depends on if you want it floor mounted or not. Obviously, the 90 is a little big to be hanging like that, but you guys are the experts out here, so I'll let you make that decision. As far as any extras, anything, I'm going to do a nice slow pan of kind of the whole system. So we got our splice here. This is all 1/2 inch. This is 3/4. This here, it looks like 1. That might be 1 1/4. I believe it's 1 though. I will double check and put it in the notes if this is not 1. Got a saddle valve here, which I why? But that's okay. So, I mean, personally, if we're going to replace these with ball valves, I would re-tee this together for them. I mean, come on, let's make a nice clean one. They have backflow preventers currently. The tech that was here discussed throwing that in with the system. That's fine. If you guys would like, having a backflow certainly doesn't hurt. So here we've got another flow control for the system. And I did price them in a replacement air bleeder. We are going to probably use the Khalifi standing. I personally think that's the best, but obviously if you guys have other opinions, that is fine as well. As long as it is a proper standing like this air separator, that is fine. We will also be adding a magnet particle separator on the return anywhere that we can. So we typically would like to be as close as we can to the unit and have the main water line be caught by it. So however you repipe this, make sure a decent distance away, nothing too crazy, but enough so it's not right direct to the heat exchanger. We're going to mount it right there, kind of. It'll come down with the drain so we can hook up our hose and bleed out any of our particulate matter. He's been having some noise issues through his pipes. I really think getting any particulate matter out of the system will help with that. So that was also included for an additional charge in the quote. So we will be replacing that. Obviously, you see that's going to go. As far as this boiler room, it's fairly easily spaced. There isn't too much complicated piping in it as well. I'll give you guys kind of a slow walk over. I know how it is when you want to try and get a different angle that they didn't provide in the video, and it's very annoying. So I'm going to try and give you guys everything I can to make all of this as easy as possible for you. Again, I did tell him that you guys are the experts, so you guys would be making the final decision on piping. But the couple things we had discussed was getting these 2 out, the air separator, the magnet separator. I had definitely talked to him about that. Like I said, the tech did talk about isolating the entire home for future, so if it's not too much extra piping, we certainly did put enough in there for it. So let's do everything we can. Obviously, we're going to get into one of these with whatever you guys prefer. All new supply piping all the way to the feed valve. So, I mean, this looks like garbage. But you guys can do whatever you'd like. The service tech also told him that he would be getting a ball valve here before I ever got here. So, it's your guys' choice. Whatever you want to do, you guys are the experts. But this is what was discussed. So, I guarantee you will hear about it. That's kind of all I can say about that. So everything else is pretty straightforward. We do have a 6-inch flue currently to the chimney. They just had the chimney repaired, so no issues there. And that's pretty much it. We have access through here as well as here to come outside through this door. I'll probably use that other entrance. Straight through here. Nice wide door for access right out to the back. So nothing too crazy. Again, any comments, questions, concerns, anything you got, any info you need, please reach out. I've installed more boilers than I can count, so just give me a ring. I'll do everything I can to help. I know you guys know what you're doing, so I trust you. Thank you guys so much for everything that you do.